all of the worldly things you ask for, all of the worldly things you have asked for. So a lot of people used to follow Pai Manj. They say, oh, this guy has something good in his house, so let's go worship him. Let's go worship this place. Let's go worship his house. So people started donating, a lot of things started happening. Whoever has Gyan knows that whenever we go to someone's house, and if someone's satsang's happening, we have a tendency of talking about the Guru and the truth and the Brahma Gyan and all the positivity we've attained. So someone like that from Guru Arjan Dev Ji's Darbar, from his palace, from his ashram, goes to this person's house and tells Pai Manj that, Pai Manj, this is not the correct worship. This is not what God wanted you to do. If anything is pulling you back into the world, it is not going to get you salvation. Anything that ties you down, again, those 50 pounds, those baggages going up, they're going to weigh you down. You won't be able to leave. You won't be able to get there. You need someone that empties you out. You need someone that lifts all the weight off of you so you can float easy. Come to Satsang. So this Guru Shishya, Arjan Dev Ji's Shishya, told Pai Manj that come to Satsang. He's like, sure. Because his devotion was real. The place he was not getting him to the God, to the Lord, not too closer to God, just pushing him back. So he goes to Arjan Dev Ji's Satsang. And the moment he stepped foot into the ashram, he knew this was for him. He knew. Why? Because Teri karma kahani, teri atma bhi jani, paramatma bhi jani. This is your karma's kahani, and the writer knew you were coming. And the writer put that in there, the moment you step foot into my place, you are mine. So he took over. Guru took over. And the moment he sat in front of Arjan Dev Ji, and he just bowed to his feet and started crying that this is my place. This is where I'm supposed to be. Guru said, I accept you. But before I accept you, there's a lot of changes you have to do in your life. He said, Gurudev, whatever you say. Guru initiates him and tells him, first step, you need to remove the peer's place from your house. He says, Gurudev, as you say. So he goes home and he removes the peer's place from his house. And guess what? Was everyone around his house happy? People say, what is wrong with you? The peer is going to destroy you. You're going to lose everything. You're going crazy. Why would you do that? That is not the right way. You can stick with the Guru and continue on what you're doing. But if you were doing something right, then you would be giving that kind of advice to people. But again, he removes it. A month later, all his farming animals started dying slowly. People in the village was like, he's cursed. He is cursed. He did something wrong. He's cursed. So they started leaving him slowly. They started abandoning him. Now it's Pai Manj, his wife, and his daughter. But they were so devoted to Guru Arjan Dev Ji that they did not care for the world leaving them, because what? Who did they have on their side? The Guru. And once you know you have the right person on your side, all these extras don't matter. It's like watching, you know how you watch TV? And then there's a song going on, and then there's a lead dancer, and then there's backup dancers? How many of you remember the backup dancers' faces? These are the backup dancers who are telling you what you're doing in your bhakti is wrong, brothers and sisters. Focus on the lead. And the lead is Guru. And he knew. Pai Manj knew. Pai Manj knew that my lead is my Guru. He's my primary. I'm going to focus on my Guru. And that's all what he did. Everyone left him. Then a letter came from Guru's place to Pai Manj. And Guru instructed his devotee that before you let him read the message, ask him to give you 21 rupees. He goes there, but remember, everyone left him. His farm animals are dead. He's begging for food now, but his faith is still solid because he knows who is going to get him through life, not these people. the messenger came and he says, I came for Guru Arjan Dev Ji's Darbar and I brought you a message from the Guru. And he says, please give it to me. He said, before I give it to you, Guru told me that you need to give me 21 rupees before I open this message for you. Now he looks at his wife that we have no money, but this message needs to be opened because it came from the Guru. And because it came from the Guru, so the daughter's like, we cannot disobey Guru's commands. So she decided to marry into a rich person's house, a Seth's house, and then they gave her the money and then they were able to open the message. And in the message it was written, stay connected to the Darbar, you're blessed. That's all. When I was reading this, I realized that just doesn't sound fair. I would have expected a better message. But this is Guru we're talking about. And this is a real devotee we're not talking about, not like us. You have a burn on your hand, you complain to 3 people about it. Not like us, brothers and sisters. Bulle Shah Ji's Guru kicked him out of the Darbar because he did not respect one of the devotees that came to a wedding that Bulle Shah's family was throwing. Guru disobeyed him, ignored him, abandoned him, and Bulle Shah kept knocking on the door to let me in because you are my main person. I apologize for making a mistake. Guru did not forgive him that easy. So he realized, I'm going to go ahead and stick my head into the gutter that releases all the water. And once I stick my head into the gutter, the water will overflow in the back and then someone would have to open the door. And the moment someone opens the door, I will get to see my Guru from far away. You talk about devotions, we are nowhere close. And I'm taking myself first in consideration for that. Do you think Guru just, okay, let me open the door, and Guru knew, Teri karma kahani? He knew. So he asked one of his devotees to get him a big stick. And he just went into the gutters and started hitting it outside. And Bulle Shah's head was getting hit by the stick multiple times and he was bleeding. And then Guru just stopped. Karma kahani. When devotee knows the value of a Guru, all these worldly pains do not matter. So he has nothing and the message says, you are blessed. Now the Guru's disciple leaves and then a month later, disciple comes back with another message. But remember, before you open the message, what you have to do? Here goes 21 rupees again. So the wife is like, we don't have to stay at home. I can work somewhere. So wife started working somewhere and asked them that if you can pay me first and I will work for you for a whole month. Took 21 rupees, gave it to the Guru's disciple, opened the message, and in the message it says, come to Darbar. Come see me. Bhai Manj goes to Guru's Darbar. And Guru did not see him for months and just says, stay here. Wife is doing her seva, he's doing his seva in the langar and they're just doing seva. This story does not relate with everybody. Because the real meaning of devotion and love that you're supposed to have for your Guru is not based off of conditions. Guru, if you do this for me, I will do this for you. God, if you do this for me, I will do this for you. If you take away, if you give me more money, if you get my kids to pass this, if you get my house to get double story or triple story, I will go ahead and do your puja. Conditions, brothers and sisters, these are called conditions. Maybe he wanted to give you 5 floors. Maybe he wanted to give you that richest person house in Delhi with like so many floors. Maybe he wants to do that, but you limited yourself to 1 floor. He wanted to give you more. So what happens? Our devotion is limited and we condition our devotion. So my Manj is doing seva in the Darbar. And he wakes up early in the morning to go to the jungle to cut the wood so the wood can come back and then they can burn fire and get the food cooked. After all this pain and suffering, Guru takes another pariksha. He takes another test of the devotee. He says, Bhai Manj, If this ashram is getting really complicated for you, you can go back to your peer if you like. Now, if it was us, we would have been like, I have nothing left coming to you. I have nothing left coming to you. Who do I go back to now? Now you want me gone? He was not mad at that. Moment Guru said that, he started crying, and the tears were not of why is this happening to me, but rather, why did Guru say leave? What did I do wrong to keep my Guru happy that he told me to go? Real devotee. Real devotee does not question the Guru, but knows, Teri karma khani, he already knows. And what he is doing is cutting your karma. Slowly, 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 slowly. This story might not relate with everyone, but you know Sudama. Everybody rejected him in the palace, but then once he reached the peak of his suffering, Bhagwan Shri Krishna came running out of his palace, hugged him. He hugged him, took him inside, put him on his own throne, washed his feet with his own tears, and he says, what did Bhabhi bring? What did she send for me? And he was hiding the rice that he had that the wife asked the neighbor to give, because they didn't have any food in the house. Why is devotee always poor? Good question. Very good question. Why is a devotee always unhappy? Brilliant question. Devotees are not poor. They're rich with satisfaction. Big difference. You have every single thing in the world that people would desire. All these people coming and seeking shelter, they have nothing, you have so much. They die for food. If they see an apple sitting there, they will finish it to the peak. You will take a bite and you just leave it alone because you have it. You don't care for it. We have all the worldly goods, but we still have pain. They have nothing. They're still happy. Learn something. Guru doesn't make their devotees poor. Guru teaches you that my devotee can be happy in any condition. A true devotee can be happy, can smile in any condition. I was going to say fake, but I don't want to say the word fake. But a devotee with condition finds ways to be unhappy. But is that a wrong thing? No, it's not. It's a segue for you to understand that you could be happy, you're just making some wrong decisions in your mind. Some wrong decisions in your mind. A doubt came into Dhamma's mind when Bhagwan took the rice and ate one, took the second, ate two, and then it was stopped. He said, Prabhu, you already gave him the two worlds. If you give him the third world, where would we live? But Sudama didn't know. Sudama had no idea. So Sudama went back thinking that I came to Krishna so he can help me because I'm so poor. I have nothing in my house. And even though I didn't give him anything and he didn't give me anything, I don't know. He was confused. But he did not stand in front of Krishna. That Krishna, I came here for a few hundred rupees. Please give it to me so I can be happy. He didn't ask that either. He knew that his God knew. So because the God knew, he didn't have to ask for it. Teri karma kahani once again, guys. He knows. I know. He know. Don't say it. He knows. Stop. Just stop. When Sudama gets home, guess what? A palace. He wanted 100 rupees. A true devotee doesn't complicate bhakti. A true devotee don't think for other people. A true devotee minds their own business. A true devotee only focuses on their own bhakti. When you see something wrong happening in the world, you don't criticize that person's actions, but rather than that is my Guru, is my God happy from me? Have I been doing my bhakti properly? Am I close to God still? That is your worry, brothers and sisters. Oh, that person didn't do this. Oh, that person didn't come for a year. Oh, that person doesn't talk to me. Doesn't matter. These are the backup dancers. You gotta focus on the lead. And lead, you need to figure out who your lead is. You're not responsible for everyone's bhakti. Just remember that. You're not responsible for counting everyone's sins either. You know what counting other people's sin is? How many of you made atta before? Put dough together, knit dough together. You've done it before, right? Even if you take it out, there's some left in the side. If you take something liquid and put it into a pan, and then you realize, oh, this is not meant for this pan. Let me put it onto the other one. Guess what you left behind? Some of the residue, right? That's other people's karmas that you took into your plate. Now it's left on yours. That person doesn't talk, that person is not happy, that person doesn't like. Guess what? You're just taking other people's residue. Now you have to clean your plate as well. Because you took someone else's thing, put it on your plate, then you realize it doesn't belong here, then you gave it away, but you left some behind. Now your plate is dirty. Clean your plate before you start cleaning other people's plates. That's bhakti. Bhakti is for you. Bhakti is your responsibility. Bhakti is correcting your own actions. Bhakti is making yourself a better human being. Bhakti is not looking for other people's flaws. Bhakti is not about criticizing other people's way of bhakti. Bhakti is not hating other people because someone told you to hate that person. Your bhakti is your responsibility, Bhagavan. So always remember that when you leave from here, and if for a second your mind goes into someone else's bhakti, now you gotta go home and clean your plate. If you say bad about somebody, just think about it and go home and be like, now I have to clean my plate. If you have any bad thought about somebody and you thought about something that is not growing you, you're gonna pause and what are you gonna say to yourself? Now I have to clean my plate. And how do you clean your plate? You quiet down. You pray to God. You ask for forgiveness that I am not perfect, but here I am judging the world. You criticize yourself. You make yourself the bad person. You talk bad about yourself, that you don't have your life together, but you want to tell people how to live life. That's how you clean your plate. And that's how life works. So brothers and sisters, I know you guys want to hear 2 more hours of me talking, but we're going to listen to another bhajan. And then I'm going to say something in Hindi for the ones who are also here who speak Hindi, which will be very short. And then we will close the Satsang with a special song, bhajan. We have practice. There was time in life when Swami didn't have to do anything. Here we are.
When was that?
10 years ago.
बोलिए श्री सद्गुरु महाराज की जय, सच्चे दरबार की जय। हर्षिया सारी में चेहरे पे लिख के लाया तुमसे में